the middle man looking like Marcotte. The kick is in grabbed inside the 15-yard line and grabbed by Crouch. He comes up the right side and out to the 29, almost the 30-yard line before being pulled down. And making the tackle for the Wakefield. Skupinen brings the ball club out, split to the right side. Running out of the I formation, they put Crouch in motion to the left. They give to the tailback. He comes up the middle and wiggles his way across the 35, fumbles the ball, but I believe he was down, says the official Tim Hicks. And so the door. Koskela leads them out over the ball. They will split then Burkmouse out to the right side as Skupinen under center. And they try to go straight ahead football with Rowe, and he gets turned back. His challenge turned back once again. And the tackle made by Wakefield Cardinals number 11. Split to the right side with a wide out to the right also, and they'll put the man in motion to left in Crouch as Skupinen under center will give this time to number 33 Rowe, and he couldn't find any running room off the right side, and he got stuffed up. Big 54 Steve Lane in on the tackle into a kicking situation as Berryman back to punt is standing inside his own 25-yard line, takes a good strong snap and gets the kick away. A high floater, and we grabbed on the 32-yard line. They take the reverse. Leon trying to get to the outside and just gets upended by Skupinen on the 35-yard line. So Wakefield will take 327 legitimate pounds. The Cardinals with the full set running there behind the young quarterback Jeff Valesano getting his first start. He gives the ball. They come straight ahead and no running room. Maybe about a yard on the play. That's about it. Aaron trying to get up the middle. Now will come out of their full house backfield. They will line up straight across with Morrison along with Bovet and Aonen working behind Valesano as the youngster in control for the first time. Giving the long count. And they give the ball this time to Bovet, rather to number 36 Morrison. Shane got it. Of course, one of the landmarks in Cardinalville. The old clock will leave us next year. Under center, Valesano with a 3rd and 4. And they drops back to the left side to pass, and it's in and out of the hands of the intended receiver, who was Bovet coming out of the back. So Morrison will stand on his own 30, about 10, 11 yards back, waiting for the snap from center. Valesano making the count from just off the right side of the center, and the snap comes back, and Morrison gets the kick away, a high floater, and it's taken on the run on the 31-yard line, and he got to about the 33 or 4 before a whole bunch of Cardinals were there. And they break out of the huddle as Crouch will be the flanker out to the right side. They also split the left end. Kupinen goes back. The pass comes down the middle, looking long. Incomplete, a flag on the flag. Jim Tall. But the Cardinals, of course, have only had that real one tough opponent. Back to pass. Kupinen steps out of the pocket, fires it out in the flat. Berryman's got it across the 45 to the 46-yard line before Gus Owen makes the tackle. Lucas at the guards. Lammeret and Fezzi at the tackles, and he comes out into the wing formation. The ball is given to Rowe, and the dangerous Rowe, who they seem to be keying on, was snuffed quickly, coming up to make the hit for the Wake. Crouch the flanker to the right side, and for Burke most out to the left, and they did the fake, and they pitch deep this time. Marcotte, the sophomore, gets outside the midfield strike in the Cardinal territory to the 46. Running out of the I formation with the flanker out to the left and the split out to the right. They give the ball to the deep man Rowe, and he battles his way up the middle, and he may have gotten about a yard. That's where they're spotting it. So it'll be 4th down and about 2. As the Cardinal, but they come out. They're running it out of a power eye this time. On a 4th down and a long 2, and Kupinen on the roll on right, fires the Crouch in the flat to the 40, 35, 30, 25, 20. He chased the final. Bulldog got a bag inside the 10-yard line. Great call by long 2 as for the pass play. Out of the huddle they come. Rowe will be the deep man this time, but Marcotte up close. And they'll have the wing back off to the right side, and they come straight ahead with Rowe. Now he's got a few off the right side, and he got down to about the 7-yard line before being knocked down. The Cardinals try quarter. That goes wide to the right side. They will also split the running back to Kupinen and pitches deep to Marcotte. And that's about it. He stepped back and Rowe working behind Kupinen on the 36. Kupinen back to pass, looks to the right, he had a man wide open on the left. And then he got hit from behind on a good defensive play by Mike Robert. And so back to the 9. This, the first quarter, Lake Limit on a 4th and 9 from the Cardinal 9. Back to pass goes Kupinen, going over front. Touchdown to Berryman. So Lakeland wins. The Hubble Lakes going 66 yards on 10 plays for the touchdown. And here in the first quarter, about 7 seconds to go, Kukkonen hits Barry. Kukkonen brings his ball top out of the Hubble. They will power eye it to the right side again. Kukkonen takes the running play, spins, fires up the ball. But he didn't go to him and finally hit him again. Now with the 2-point conversion, the Lakes lead at 8-0.
Whenever you are. Lawn Boy snow throwers, just as dependable as the mowers. Check them out before long or before your shovel wants to be used. Lawn Boy snow throwers at Bingo's on East 202 in Wakefield.
He finally steps out of bounds. Jeff Belisano under center with Morrison, Bavetta, and Carl Leonin running out of that backfield, out of that straight T formation. Now Belisano will give to Morrison, and he hurdles his way across the 30 to the 31-yard line. Rowe upended him as he came through the hole, and they will spot the ball at the 31. A threatening sky out to the north over Sunday Lake. Boy, the colors are beautiful here. 2nd and 6 from the 31. The Cardinals with the ball on their own side of the midfield stripe. Belisano with that long count. Gives to Gus Allen. Came off the right side. Rowe nailed him again. Right around them. 8-0. Lakeland and Hubble on a 9-yard pass play on a 4th down from Kukkonen to Berryman, and then they combine for the 2-point conversion. That's where we stand. Belisano going to the left hand, lobbing the pass. Incomplete. Doubling on the play for Lakeland and Hubble, numbers the first quarter. Crouch goes back along with Marcotte. Back in a punt formation. Shane Morrison, he doesn't stand overly deep. Shea with a good strong leg, waiting for the snap from center from Big Steve Lane on this 4th down. They snap from center. Bad and a good foul. Now Morrison elects to run to the 20, to the 25, to the 5, to the 30-yard line, and Lakeland and Hubble in excellent field position as they take over on down. On the bad snap from center, it looked as though Morrison may have had a chance to kick the ball even on the run, but this Vermouth mosts out to the right side, but he will keep Berryman, his favorite target, off to the left. He takes, and now comes to the flat. One-handed grab right out there by Berryman. If he would have gotten the block from Crouch, he'd have went for the touchdown. Carl Leonin made the tackle along with number 36, Shane Morrison, and so up in the right, running out of the I formation with Rowe up close and Marcotte deep. And he looks to the left and he'll look to the right, and he'll kind of give Wakefield a long count. Takes the ball himself and didn't fool many. Steve Lane had a paw on him and slowed him down enough, and then the Cardinals got on top of him. Morrison making the tackle at the minute mark now, running around 45 seconds, wide to the right side with one split, and they will keep in a stacked eye, and this time they give the ball to Rowe, the deep man, and Rowe fights his way down to about the 6-yard line. So Rowe running hard up the middle. They came out of a stacked eye that time, and he got down before Chris Norwich made the Kukkonen will keep everybody in tight, and he'll set his backs off to the side. He'll take the ball himself, and Lane got him high that time. And a flag is being fluttering into the far side of the field, and we'll see where the penalty will be on. Wakefield doing a little game tackling, number 69, and also in on the hit for Wakefield, Larry Manier. And a flag was thrown, and we'll see who the penalty will go against our first this afternoon. So Tim Hicks, the younger member of the Hicks duo, member of the Ashland Quartet in here this afternoon to officiate. The ball will be penalized against the Wakefield Cardinals down to about the 4-yard line. So a penalty half the distance to the goal against the Wakefield Cards for the touchdown. Kukkonen under center once again. Gives to Rowe. Tries to slice his way up the middle. He found a little bit of a seam and went in for the touchdown. Looking like he had got stopped. I believe he went through 5 guys. And he just kind of picked his way through. And from an angle, we had a good shot at it. And so the second touchdown put on the board as Rowe goes over from 3.5 yards away. The first quarter, with about 4 seconds left to go, is when they scored. Kukkonen gives to Rowe. This time he does not make it, and it remains 14-0 with 2 seconds left in the quarter.
Suzuki motorcycles and ATVs. Now at Chuck Cycle Shop, the super blowout on Suzuki motorcycles. Move them out prices. No money down. On-the-spot financing. 14.9% financing on all VR models, plus the largest selection of ATVs in the Midwest. If you've been waiting for the savings, the super blowout is on now. Suzuki from Chuck Cycle Shop, US 2 in Bessemer.
Line, 67 yards away from a touchdown, and they trail it 14-0. Under center, barking the signals, will be Valesano, and he gives to Carl Leon, and the quarterback coming straight ahead with no place to go. Number 64 was the guy who led the charge for the Send Bovet as a flanker out to the right side as they split the running backs behind Valesano. He gives the ball to the trailing man, who is Morrison, and he dove forward after being nailed up. The crosser, he picked up about 3 on the play. Yeah, Bovet once again has the flanker out to the right side. Valesano under center on a 3rd and 6. As he goes back to pass, the pressure on, he steps in the pocket, fires to the flat, incomplete. Krishnarich, the intended receiver, stopped out there as he pretended it was bad the second time. And so the Lakes go back into twin receivers this time, and Morrison, the kick from about his own 36-yard line. The snap from center is bad again. This time he cannot run it, or he tries to run it, he's dumped for a loss. 78, which does he made the tackle. And again a fumble on it. The second one this afternoon. And so the ball will be at about 10 minutes and 40 seconds to go. The ball will go back to Lake Linden. As the pass goes, keeping it looking long for Crouch. He had stopped running, and then he overthrew it. Carl Leon in the long string on a punt situation. Marcotte and Rowe are split this time. Crouch to the right side. Back to pass goes Cooper. He dumps it off the row in the left flat. He got hit behind the line of scrimmage, and he fought his way to the 45 and to about the 44-yard line before being tackled. Triple receivers to the right side. Now Rowe moving around. Now Rowe moving back into a set position as the line sets down. Kukkonen gives to Rowe, and Rowe comes up the middle. Grab from behind, and then he got a lot of help. Making the tackle was 92, Krishnarich 64 in on the hit for the Wakefield Cardinals. Men who will stand on his own 45-yard line. The Cardinals will stand 2 back with Carlane on flag on the play. The kick is away. Aaron will take it on the 15, and boy, he got belted. He caught the football, and number 64, John Lucas, was all over him, but a flag was thrown way back here at the line of scrimmage. So we will have to wait. Jim Engel pointing toward the other way, force him back, so evidently the penalty will go against Lake Linden, as Bovet will be, rather Morrison will be the man in single safety now for the Wakefield Cardinals. The snap from center is good. He gets the kick away, but he hit the front of the football. It takes a reverse spin, will bounce around, and the Lakes were quick to grab it at about the 25, 26-yard line to get a drive alive and get going against this Lake ball club, which has looked good in the first quarter of play, leading at 14-0. Valesano under center. Gets a late handoff to Morrison. She slipped through the hole across the 35 to the 36-yard line before Crouch made the tackle. On an overcast afternoon here in far western end of the Upper Peninsula. Under center, Valesano, they run out of the full house backfield this time on a 1st and 10 from the 35-yard line. Once again, they give the ball to Shane Morrison. And Crouch made the tackle. He got some help from Berryman as he got out to about the 40-yard conference flash here this afternoon. Valesano back under center, 2nd and 5 from the 41-yard line. He gives to Morrison. Shane off the left side. Tackle made by Rowe as he came through the hole. He got by the tackle, but Rowe was there to plug the gap. They've beaten them once in 8 years, in 9 years, and that was with that great 88 ball club. Under center, Valesano hits the ball up, goes down, hops his way across the midfield, so takes the tackle to the 42. Finally pulled down. Full house backfield again. Valesano trying to relax back there in his first start. Boy, a big, tough chore as he takes on a tough ball club. Everybody moving. No flags on the play. And the Cardinals rumble up the middle with Bovet. Cardinals come as their fans start to pick up the tempo a little bit. Great following from Lake Linden Hubble and around the range here this afternoon. Bangs away from one. Inside the 25 to the 23. Into that lineup is Mike Saubert at one of the halfback spots now. Under center is Valesano, and he gives the ball to Morrison. He couldn't get in, and he went back out, and he got tripped up. Number 78, Busy, got a hand on him. Seth is out of the lineup, and playing that halfback spot is Saubert at the present time. As Valesano on a second and long. Gives the long count. Bumps into a couple, goes back to pass on a roll out right, looks long, he's got somebody there, out of the way. Intended for Krasnarich, knocking it down was Perryman, and also covering on the play, Chimbrazic. Third down and 11 from the 24-yard line. Valesano with 4 minutes and a half left to go, and the Cardinals left to go in the quarter. Gets the ball this time to Morrison. Shane finding his way out the left side. Gets down near the 20-yard line before Crouch, along with Lampert on the 20-yard line of Lakeland and Hubble, as the Wakefield Cardinals will go for it on a 4th and 7, trailing 14-0. They fake Valesano goes back. The pass steps in the pocket, goes right to the goalpost. He crashed into the goalpost at the same time. So why not had the ball, drop the ball, and he'll come out and send 3 receivers to the right side. One lone setback, and he goes in motion to the right, also in row. And Kukanen trying to follow his center up the middle, but they snuffed it. The Cardinals were actually waiting for it, and about 5 were into that hole at one time. Backfield once again. And send Crouch in motion to the left side as he's under center on a 2nd down and 10. Pitches the ball out, grabbed by Marcotte. He's up across the 30 to the 34-yard line before finally being put down by Taro. So he takes it 14 and a big foot. The left side will be roll. Crouch will be in motion. Now they shift into the I formation. And Crouch will go further to the left side as Kukanen gives to his deep back. Marcotte, the sophomore, pounds his way up to the 39-yard line before being tackled by Krishna. It was a 4th and 7 when they gave up the ball. 2nd down, 5. The pitch going out to Marcotte. Follow the ball and then hangs on to it and gets out to about the 43. And so to the 43 he goes, bringing up a 3rd down. Situationen. They split the backs again and have a man in motion coming to the right side and Crouch. Kukanen under center on the 3rd and 3. Pitches out. The roll. Good sidestep move. Gets to the 45. Dives to the 49-yard line. Carl got him low, but the cover was put on by 68 and 60. As the clouds kind of moving around with a little bit of a northeastern breeze, Kukanen goes back to pass. Looks, dumps the ball incomplete. Intended for Crouch, who was down at the 45-yard line of Wakefield. For the Wakefield Cardinals, Jim Engel, Dale White, Bob Colasacco. And so the right out to the left. Back to pass goes Kukanen. He's going long. Look for Crouch. He's got it. Inside the 20-yard line before being knocked down. Good catch by Crouch as he caught the ball on the fly at about the 30-yard line and got it down. Inside, that in motion right. Now he will park on the right side. The wide out to the left. They fake. Now they have the draw play. Flags on the play is rolling up the middle. Didn't get anything going. Slowed down nicely by Saubert. And then Lane came over to make the tackle on that line of Wakefield with 1 minute and 10 seconds left to go in the first half. Officials, they come out of the huddle now, the Lakes, in a shotgun formation, and Kukanen goes back to pass, looks to the middle, pumps once, they throw one block, and on the run, Kukanen will have to keep, and he is sizzled out of bounds down around the post. Crouch wide to the right side, back to pass goes Kukanen, looks for him, got it, lateral pass, taken off by Marcotte, touchdown. Well, they got him, hooked one up. They pitched her down to Crouch, and then he flipped the ball to the flying Marcotte, and he went for the touchdown. A 17-yard pass and run play here in the second quarter with 5-2. They win it by the score of 20-0. Yes, all to the close. The first half. Kukanen takes the pitch. Drops the ball himself. Rolls the left. Wide open. He finally throws the ball. Husband gets it. And hits it for 2. What a job done by Judge and Kukanen this afternoon. 22-0 the Lakes. And we'll be back to both kickoff in 30. At one time. Boy, you guys having confusion back there today. We are 37 seconds away from the end of the half, and the kickoff comes down where it's grabbed at the 20-yard line. Grabbed by Bovett. Comes up across the 25 and out to about the 32-yard line before being knocked down. Number 64, John Lucas, making the tackle. With 20 seconds to go, Valesano takes his club up. The full house backfield working behind him. He keeps the ball himself, and on the keeper left, he is double-teamed and really zapped. Number 72 Lamp on number 13 Crouch. of the first half. Our score here at Wakefield, Lakeland and Hubble Lakes 22 and the Wakefield Cardinals nothing. We'll recap the scoring for you in the first quarter with 3:37.
Star running back injured, and you're in trouble. So Tommy put his hat over both heads, and they took off for the hospital.
The nurses, asked him what was wrong, and he pulled the hat off his head and showed her the lure in his head, and she just crushed out.
Waste conditions. There's simply not enough space. Well, if this is a complaint of yours, see Porcelain Building Supply in Ironwood and Ashland for ideas for kitchen expansion. Porcelain's is in business to help with your building plan. Their planning service and estimates are free, even if it looks like an impossible.
Wakefield Cardinals with the football on their own 37-yard line. Second down and 6 as they run the kickoff back from the 10-yard line to the 30, and on the first play, take it out to the 37. And now they come straight ahead with Carl Leoman. Breaks another tackle to the 50-yard line and down to the 48. Wakefield, which is their fourth of the afternoon. Valesano under center yet with Bovett, along with Morrison and Carl Leoman in that backfield. The ball is given to Bovett. He rumbles off the right side, breaks back into the grain, and gets inside the 40 and down to about the 37-yard line before being knocked down. And he is 22-0, scoring all 22 in that first half. First and 10 from the Lakes 37-yard line. Valesano at the helm. Gives the ball to Bovett, who got hit, or rather Morrison got hit behind the line of scrimmage by Rowe, but dragged Rowe to about the 36-yard line to come behind him. Second down and 9 from the Lakes 36-yard line. Valesano out of that full house backfield behind him. Continues with that long count, gives to Morrison off the left side, and he stumbled his way inside the Lakes 30-yard line. Crouch got to him, and we'll wait for them to spot the ball at about the 29-yard line. Left to go in the third quarter. Wakefield trying to get on the board for the first time here this afternoon. The ball given to Bovett, and with his head down, Kukkonen came up to make the tackle, and he launched his way inside the 20 tight on the first and 10. Valesano under center. And now the Wakefield Cardinal offense starting to work a little bit. Carl Leoman with a quick handoff, hanging on for dear life. John Lucas making the tackle as they trail 22-0. Second down and 4 yards to go. The ball given to Shane Morrison. He stopped standing up. Down on the bottom was Rowe, and then he got plenty of help as the rest of the line came over the top to help him out. Which third down and 4. Big third down play for Valesano and company. Jeff, the sophomore, under center. Has a wingback off to the left side this time in Bovett. And the ball is given to Carl Leoman, and Gus up the middle, head down. First down for Wakefield inside the 10. So first down and goal to go for Wakefield on 4 straight first downs. So first down and 8. Valesano keeps the backfield intact. Gives to Leoman. Carl into the line. Gets to about the 6-yard line before the Lakes converge on him. With about 3, Kukkonen leading the charge. Number 80, and a good drive on the opening drive of the second half for the Cards. Wing back to the left this time. The ball given up the middle instead. And they could not get through for what they wanted. A touchdown down about the 3-yard line goes Aonen. 22-0 in the third quarter. They split the running backs this time into the pro set with the wing back off to the left on the 3rd and 4. Valesano pitches the ball out to Morrison. Shane trying to sweep the end, then cuts back in and got down to about the 2-yard line. Maybe to the 1 before being stopped. The tackle made by Rowe, also by Rich Fezzi, and that'll still bring up a big 4th down play. The offense looking like it has throughout the year. Wing back right from the 1-yard line. Valesano gives to him and walks in, touchdown. So the Wakefield Cardinals get one on the board here in the third quarter. And Aonen goes in for the touchdown. The fact that they have a good place kicker. Ball given Aonen up the middle, or rather Valesano keeping after faking up the middle. Put the ball himself. No good. The run for 2 fails. And the score remains 22-6. Himself got nailed back there. And so now Krasnarich will kick off. Deep to receive Marcotte along with Rowe. And the kick will be short, and Crouch will go back to take it over his shoulder on the 15 and comes to the 20 and almost broke the wedge. Gets out to about the 27 or 8-yard line before he got put down. Number 62, it looked like the guy, David Holm, for their first touchdown, but still trail it 22-6. Wing back off to the left side in Crouch, and Kukkonen under center gave to the up man this time as he came up the middle in a row, and he couldn't find much running room. He tried to follow Koskela, the center, up to go in the third quarter of this ball game. Rowe and Marcotte, along with Crouch in that backfield. This time it's to Marcotte. He comes off the left and cuts back up the hole off the left tackle spot. And the tackle was made by number 46 of the Wakefield Cardinals and Sean Lynott, but not before they found running Wakefield this past week, getting an honorable mention. Everybody off to the left side, and Kukkonen tries to keep it himself off the right side. And Steve Lane was on top. And number 69, Larry Manier, on the bottom. And also Carl Leonin on the bottom of the pile for the Wakefield Cardinals. And there was no goal that time. And so it won. A big, maybe gamble play at this point. Fourth down and a short one from the 38-yard line. The ball given a roll. He's got the first down as he crosses the 40 to the 41-yard line. They almost got him back to Shane Morrison. The tackle finally made by the Wakefield Cardinals. 30 seconds left to go in this third quarter. 22-6 to count. Kukkonen back to pass. The rush is on. He got snowed under. First sack of the afternoon put on by Scott Bouchard as he came from the left end spot and buried him. Makes it 2nd and 17 for the Lakes. Kukkonen on the drop play, gives the ball to Rowe, and boy, a good defensive play made by number 62, David Holmes. He saw the play develop. He dove from one side, and Manier kicked. Out of the Lakes come. They will line it up in a full house back to action, a shotgun as Kukkonen on the run. Now comes the ball into the flat, taken by Crouch to the 45, dives to the 48-yard line. Carl Leonin makes minute 45 seconds to go. The shotgun again. This time Kukkonen coming to this side and Crouch over to him. Incomplete, and Wakefield will take over on. Best wishes to Bob and Mitch and the gang back there and all the good folks in Lakeland and Hubble territory. 1st and 10 for the Wakefield Cardinals from the 47-yard line. The Cardinals trying to go up the middle. They got it stacked up pretty quick. Trying to run it up there with Gus Ailman. And big guy will be hungry after this ball game. We have a wing back off to the right side. The running backs are split behind Valiceno, trying to engineer another touchdown for the Cards. A deep pitch coming back to Morrison. They got him in the backfield and dropped him on the midfield stripe. Good defensive play. Kukkonen coming in along with number 70, Rich Frezzi, number 76, also in on the tackle, and Wayne Keranen. And so that will bring up a third down after the loss back to the North Dickinson next Friday while the Cardinals go over to Hurley to take on the Midgets on the Wisconsin side of the mighty Montreal. 3rd and 12 now. Valiceno on the draw play to Boget. Oh, good defensive play made by Rowe. He fell forward to the 48-yard line, but Rowe made a good defensive play on the delay. And we'll be back in 1 minute with more football at Wakefield. Down and 11 yards to go for a first down for Wakefield. They have the ball on the 49-yard line. Shane Morrison in the punt formation. He got one away and two were fumbled. He'll get this one away and sends a high floater, which is grabbed by Crouch on the 20-yard line. He's hit, spun around, and dropped. Good coverage by the Wakefield and Mike Monari, and so the Lakes will take over in the fourth quarter with 11:15. They're going to force the Redbirds to kick it over, making it 4th and longer yet as they walk off 5 yards. And we'll push it across the midfield stripe to the 44-yard line. And it's 4th down and 16 to go. And so the Wakefield Cardinals with the 5-yard penalty, the second penalty of the afternoon for a total of 8.5 yards. Morrison will be forced back to kick it again. Has Crouch back in single safety with 11:50 left to go in this one. Waiting for the snap from center. He has to go high to get it, and he will be hit back there and dropped again. So the Lakes take over on the 40, and a flag was thrown late. There were 3 Lakes who filed on, and a penalty will go against Lake Linden. This afternoon, having trouble going up after to get the ball, he went up and got it one-handed, and this time we fumbled, and the Lakes piling on, I believe, is what they're going to call. They moved the ball all the way to the 45-yard line of the Lakes, but they will take over the football to go in this ball game. So the score is 22-6, and the Lakes with the football. Wide out to the left of the slot, back to the left, and the deep pitch coming the short side of the field. Marcotte, he got snowed under right away. Good defensive play made by Shane Morrison. 9:20 WMPL in the Copper Country this afternoon. 2nd and 11 for the Lakes. Kukanen faking, now giving the ball to Crouch, who came sliding over. He broke one tackle and got inside the Cardinal territory to the 46-yard line. Good running by Crouch. Carl Leon making this at Lakeland and Hubble over the years. And, of course, his ball clubs are well known throughout the Upper Peninsula and throughout the state. Roll on the quick hitter on the quick dive off the left side, and Roll finally gets to the 39-yard line. He got slowed down at about the 42 of Wakefield, and about 3 of the Redbirds got to him, but he got down in on the play a little bit. So it's first down and 10 to go. As the ball is pitched out to Marcotte, and he got to about the 37-38, and a flag is thrown. A late flag thrown as the Lakes were pointing towards some of the Wakefield Cardinals, and slow to get up is Marcotte as he got the ball down to about the 37-yard line. The Lakes with a split to the right side, everybody else in tight. And the ball is given to Marcotte off the left side, and he got tackled as he got about 4 or 5 yards on the play. The Wakefield Cardinals on that, their right left at showing the 9-minute mark now in about 3 seconds. 2nd and about 5 yards to go. The ball on the 18-yard line. Kukanen giving to Marcotte. This time not much running room. He got to the line of scrimmage, maybe picked up a yard on the play, and that's about it. 22-6 to count. You got a feeling that this ball game is far from being over. He fakes the one, and he gives this time to Marcotte, and he dives to the 15-yard line and maybe the 14-yard line before being put down. The tackle made by number 64 of the Wakefield Cardinals in L. Hartman. And so that will bring up a 4th down as they spot the ball right on the 15-yard line. Green and Upper Lakes as Koskela leads them out over the ball. Kukanen at that quarterback spot on the rollout right. Oh, he's got Crouch wide open, and Carl Leon came out of nowhere to bat it away. A late throw by Kukanen, otherwise it would have been a touchdown. He had Crouch wide open, intent for Wakefield from their own 15-yard line. Valesano in his first start here, this 1990 campaign, and they go straight ahead with the ball and some good running out to around the 30-yard line, their own 29-yard line. You know, this is one of the fields with the unmarked numbers on the grass, so with the low vantage point, it sometimes takes you on the delay to really spot where that football is. Now to the 33-yard line now, making it 2nd down and 5, the 7-minute mark of this 4th and final quarter. 22-6 yet to score, with Lakeland and Hubble Lakes leading the Wakefield Cardinals. 2nd down and about 5 to go for the Cards. Their own 35-yard line. They come straight ahead with the football again, and this time it's Bolbeck who has stopped and stepped out of the tackle. Tackle made by number 78, Rich Fezzi. First down. Out of the huddle, the Cardinals come. They'll put Bolbeck out on the wing on the left side. On the 3rd down and about 4.5 to 5 yards to go for a first down. And Valesano rolling to the right side, getting hit by Fezzi. Fires the ball. It's complete on a diving reception made by number 46, lineout formation. Jimmy Toro standing on his own 25-yard line. Now Wakefield trailing it. We'll see if the Cardinals will go for it, and they will run it. And they give that quick pitch back to Morrison. He had the ball stripped, and the Lakes have recovered. He had the ball stripped out of him as he came for what looked like a big first down on the 42-yard line. And the Lakes came across and stripped the ball away and recovered it, and they will take over. So with a 22-6 lead. And their fans, and they've got plenty of them here this afternoon, enjoying themselves. The ball given a roll. Oh, did he get hit? More pro football, as well as baseball, and we have a tentative schedule for next week. We've got to make a decision. Back to pass, Kukanen, wide open, the ball carried by Berryman, and he takes it down inside the 20 to about 18. He was hit as he unloaded, and Big Berryman made the reception for a first down. The Lakes on the move. Out of the huddle they come. Kukanen brings him up. He will shift the ball club into the I formation with a flanker to the left side. He fakes and gives the ball to Rowe. The Rowe with straight ahead football gets down near the 15-yard line before being upended. 6th Wakefield in this 4th and final period. Receiver wide to the right side in for Burkmos as they shift into the I formation again. Also out on the flank will be Crouch as Kukkonen gives the ball to Marcotte, and he got hit and stopped as he picked up a couple of yards on the play. Tackle in the first half. 3rd and 3 from the Wakefield 13-yard line. Kukkonen stacks his club and gives the ball to Road. He drives, and I don't believe he got the first down, and it should bring up about a fourth down on the situation as the Cardinals looking for it. Bottom of the pile, Commander Lakes out of the huddle once again. Working out of the deep spot will be Rowe. And the ball is given to Rowe. He goes off that left side again, and it looks like he got inside the 10 to about the 9 for a first down. The second Great Western Conference ball game. So it's first down and 9 as Kukkonen gives the ball. Fakes the ball to Rowe, keeps it himself, and dives to about the 4-yard line on the rollout left. Second down on the 5-yard pickup at 4 yards for the touchdown. We have 55 seconds left to go in the ball game. Kukkonen gives the ball to Rowe. Left side spins, rolls on in, touchdown. So Rowe goes in for the 4th touchdown of the afternoon for the Lakeland and Upper Lakes. And after not scoring in the second half, they put one on the board here with 48 seconds to go as Rowe goes in from 4 yards away for the score. It will try for 2. This is one of their biggest points on the scoreboard this season. They have been kind of stymied a little bit. Kukkonen looking, drilling, flag on the play. He fired the ball toward the goal line, intended either for Crouch or Marcotte, and he really had to drill it. There were 4 seconds to go. Rowe went over from 3.5 out. The run for 2, no good, 14-0 at that point. Kukkonen kicks off. It's grabbed way up here by Saubert, and Saubert took it at about the 37 and ran it across the 40 and out to about the 44-yard line before being stopped. So Wakefield will get the ball here one more time at least. The ball will be spotted on their 43-yard line with 43 seconds left to go in the ball game. And the 3rd touchdown came with 37 seconds left to go in the half when a Kukkonen to Crouch to Marcotte pass run lateral combination ended up with a touchdown. A flag was thrown on the last play as the pass was gunned out to the flat where it was taken by Krasnaric. And their run for 2, or the pass for 2 from Kukkonen to Crouch was good, and it remained 22-0 at that point. Wakefield opened up the 3rd quarter with a good drive, 67 yards, 13 plays. And Carl Edelman went in from a yard out. The run for 2, no good, and the score was 22-6. This penalty is refused. 48 seconds to go. Rowe from 4 yards away ran it in for the touchdown. 41 yards on 8 plays to try for 2, no good, and that's where we stand, 28-6 this afternoon. And Felicino back to pass, dumps off into the screen, and hit and dropped immediately was Morrison. Number 78, Rick Fizzy, made the hit with 20 seconds left to go. They got the ball out across the down and 7 to go for Wakefield. In operation this afternoon, your folks over in the Copper Country through the facilities of 92 AM. We hope you've enjoyed the coverage this afternoon as the horn sounds, and Lakeland and Hubbell will go home making the long trip with a big victory here this afternoon over Wakefield by the score of 28-6. So that'll do it from Cardinal Athletic Field this afternoon. For Gregory John, our technician, and for the members of the 59 Sports Club, I'm Harry Rizzi in Wakefield, wishing you a pleasant weekend. Once again, our final score, Lakeland and Hubbell Lakes 28, Wakefield Cardinals 6. Good afternoon, everybody.
Parts is what you need to keep comfortable during the hunting season, and the Abelman Company in Bessemer has a complete selection of hunting gear for you. Camouflage, flannel, and wool shirts, camouflage, zipper, hooded sweatshirts. Plus, the Abelman Company carries Filson vests, jackets, pants,